welcome to Yoga with Terri. Let's get started. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. So first of all, let's sit up nice and tall. Close our eyes gently. Tune into our breath and our bodies. Taking some deep, full breaths to start our practice, allowing all the worries and stresses to release with our exhale. And using those deep, full inhales to bring us what we need. Health, calm, patience, whatever it is that we need. Letting the muscles of our face be soft, the jaw. Letting stress go from fingertips and toes. And taking our own journey through the inside of our body, starting either at the crown of our head and moving down to our feet, or from our feet moving up to the crown of the head, just checking in, letting go, and finding our own natural and full rhythm of breath. Once you've moved all the way through your body and checked in, take a moment to set your own personal intention and take your 3 breaths. At the end of that 3rd exhale, we're going to tune into our neck and begin some movement to warm our neck. So turn your gaze side to side gently, continuing to breathe. When you're ready, take the chin up and the chin down. And then ear to shoulder. See if you can add some shoulder movement up and down or forward and back. Just checking in with those shoulders, starting to loosen them up. And then move your whole upper body from the hips up just to warm your spine. Make it feel good. And then we're going to go into a nice soft twist. Side stretch after that. Let's try to make everything we do in this practice feel good in our bodies, making modifications easier or harder if we need to. Coming back to center position, let's sit up tall, reach those arms up, stretch to the sky, exhale, fully out. Let's try that again, add some movement. Wake up your wrists and your elbows. Exhale away. One more. We're going to take it up. Going to interlace if you're able. Lift and stretch. Take a lean in each direction. To the side. Back maybe. And bring it forward. Waking up those hips. That low back checking in so you can move. You can walk your hands. Make this motion feel good to you and your body. And then slowly walk yourself back up to seated. Let's focus in on our shoulders. Let's start with just the easy movement of rolling the shoulders back. And then rolling those shoulders forward. Loosening them up. Let's try elbows now. And take those the opposite direction. And let's go full arms if you're able. Other direction. Beautiful. Now, if there's enough space around you, let's let our arms swing us, trying to loosen that upper back. And now we'll take that into an arm stretch, drawing the elbow away from the shoulder, moving the neck if that feels good to you, and then choosing to take it deeper. You can take the arm up and behind, draw it over, or you can reach this one behind and interlace on the back, drawing elbows in opposite directions, getting your best stretch here. Continuing to breathe. Let's go other side. And take that deeper if it feels good to you. All right, let's check in with our posture. We're going to pull the shoulders back and down, reach behind, either interlace your fingers at your tailbone or make fists. But let's see if we can tune in to the back of our body. We want to make a trench between our shoulder blades, opening that chest wider. Finding our full breath here. Maybe you want to extend your arms behind you. Breathe deeply. Now let's take those arms out to the side, thumbs up. Going to keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Feel that trench, maybe pulse your trench a few times here, just opening chest a little wider. Make sure it comes between your shoulder blades and not just from opening your arms wider. This is our going to be our cow position, and this is going to be our cat position. So we're going to do seated cow-cat, opening up, and then exhale into your cat. One more. And release. Let's stand up, warm up our body with some sunflowers. So we're going to stand up. We're going to wake up those feet, lifting, pedaling, spreading the toes. And then let's add a little more movement, some moving chairs. So we're going to take our arms up, and we're going to sink it down and back into a chair. You can rock a little bit on your feet if you want to, lifting up onto your toes, rolling back onto your heels if that feels good for your feet. Couple more here to warm the body. And now let's hold it down in a chair. So shift that weight back to your heels, lift that spine, feet are hips distance apart. We're going to breathe here for a moment. Now let's check in with our balance, rolling up onto the balls of our feet. Try not to change our body position too much. Beautiful. Now take it all the way up, pedal those feet out, and take it wide on your mat. Waking up those inner legs, loosening up the knees and ankles, whatever hasn't moved yet for this practice. Wake them up. And then come into your nice wide stance, checking that your knees are going out same direction as your toes. Lifting that spine up. We're going to come into goddess just for a moment to warm those legs. Nice full breaths here. See if you want to pulse your squat a little to really loosen and shift. Make it feel good to you. All right, from this position, we're going to come into our sunflower. So stand up tall. Make sure your feet are feeling like they're in the right position for you. We're going to inhale up. I'm going to move that, huh? Inhale up, and then we're going to bring it down. bring it forward. So we inhale up, exhale down, coming into our sunflowers, warming the whole body. Let's do 2 more. And then if you're ready for a rotation, add your rotation. So choose a side, bring it around, shift your weight from foot to foot, bending one knee then the other. One more this way, and then we're going to switch and go the other way. One more. Coming back into that goddess position. Maybe the knees go a little wider now that they're warmer. So we're going to bring our hands to our knees, but not brace ourselves. Just put your hands at your knees. We're going to lift one heel, then the other. Rocking it gently back and forth. You can continue to rock it back and forth, or you can try the challenge move of lifting just the heels together at the same time. Now brace yourself. Take those knees wider. Lower shoulder toward opposite knee. Stretch. Breathe. Other side. You can take it one more time in each direction. And now let's bring our hands to the floor. Turn our feet parallel, or you can use your block if you need it. Take the feet as wide as you're comfortable with. Lower that head down. Start your hamstring stretch, back of the legs. Keep that neck loose. You have options. You can hold it here. You can walk your hands to side. You can bend your knee over your ankle. Find the best stretch for your legs. And coming back to center, if you want to stretch the lower back of the legs a little more here, walk yourself out, keeping those feet pressing down. See if you can press those heels down. Stretch your calves if they're tight. Walking yourself back, we're going to add our twists. So planting a hand lightly under the chin. Let's go side to side, opening up, stretching that top arm to the sky. You can move your hand closer to the opposite ankle to deepen your stretch, or all the way to the opposite ankle. Again, finding what feels good to you. 2 more times each way. Back to center we go. Either heel toeing or hopping your way into a regular forward fold distance. Room for 2 fists between your toes. Bringing those hands to a block, or putting a little bend in your knees if the floor is too far away. We don't want to hang here. We want to stretch those hamstrings. Bring our chest closer to our thighs. Breathe, pressing into the floor. Now we're going to take it halfway up. Palms to shins or fingertips to floor. Stretch that back out. Make your trench. If your neck is giving you trouble, take a little turn side to side. Now put a bend in your knees, press down through the feet, come all the way up. And we're going to exhale into chair once again. Weight to the heels. Spine lifting. Going to move right into a little balance work here. So if you need a wall, move toward the wall, but we're gonna lift up, shift over to the right and lift our left leg, coming into one-legged balance. Try not to lock our right hip or knee. Bring those hands down to heart center. Add another movement to warm up those hip flexors by taking the knee out to the side, back to center. Nice, let's shift it over. Coming onto the left foot, we raise our arms, raise our right leg up, coming into one-legged balance, opposite side. Hands come to heart center. Take that knee out to the side and back to center again. Beautiful, and release. All right, wake up those feet, shake them out if they need it. Coming to the front of our mat. We're going to check in with spreading the toes, making the feet about hips distance apart. Active legs here as we come into mountain. Inward spiral of the shins. Finding your core, activating that core. Shoulders up, back, and down. We're going to reach for that floor, palms face away. Back of the neck is nice and long as we tune into our breath, our bodies. Recall our intention. And now we add on your next inhale, lift it up. And exhale down, share. Weight to the heels. Shifting over to the right, we're going to lift that left leg, send it back, runner's lunge. Now you can add movement to your runner's lunge if you need to wake up those hip flexors a little more. Kind of rocking it. Finding the right distance apart for your feet. And then when you've got your balance, take it up, high lunge, lifting that spine, stretching out that back leg, bending the knee over the ankle so you can see your first and second toe. We're going to add a twist. Let's lower that left knee down, twist it to the right. Get the elbow over the knee, make a good connection, stack your palms, stack your elbows, feel that twist. If you want to stay here, stay here. If you want to add on, you can lift that back leg coming into your high twist. Nice, back to center, we rock it forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, stretch it out, extend, sink chair, weight goes to the heels, hands to heart center. We're going to shift over to the left, raise up, and step back, runner's lunge, opposite side. Hands to the floor for support, find the right distance for your feet, move it around if you need to. Stretch that back leg. Check in with your front knee in its position. And when you're ready and you've got your balance, press it up. High lunge. Hands at heart center. Don't forget to lift that spine. Try to feel a stretch on the front of that right leg. Heel is lifted. Hips are as level as you can get them here, facing forward. And we're breathing. Let's add our twist to the left, lowering that right knee gently first, twisting to the left, stacking. If you're ready to add on, lift it up, high lunge. And then we're going to place our hands to the floor, coming into a plank position that works for us. So it can be a high plank, it can be a knees down, toenails to the mat plank. You can even go lower and do a forearm or a dolphin arm plank if you choose. But try to find your strength here, lining up shoulders over wrists. Feet are apart, hips distance. Waking up the back of the legs, we're gonna press through the heels, draw our belly button to our spine, and really feel our strength here in plank. From this plank, lift up to your down dog and make it playful, make it feel good to you. Pedal, bend, stretch. If you want to add a little more of a back stretch to it, take it forward into your plank, onto your toes, shoulders over wrists, then put a huge bend in the knees. Lift from the sitting bones and align your ears with your arms as you lift up tall. Maybe do that again if it feels good. Stretching it out your way and coming into what I call a balanced down dog with equal weight on all your limbs, ears in line with your arms, lifting through the sitting bones and lowering through the heels. Breathe. We're going to find that right leg, or if you want to modify, you can lower the left knee first, but we're going to take it forward and come all the way up. High lunge, crescent lunge, opening up, adding a little mini back bend if you're able. Breathing, stretching. And now we're going to take it down, step it back to our downward facing dog. And try the other side. So either lower the right knee or raise the left leg. Bring it forward. Crescent lunge. Stretching that right hip flexor here as we lift up and lean back if we're able. Now let's bring our hands down. Find a plank that is comfortable for you. We're going to lower down onto our bellies. So pressing forward under your toes, press the elbows toward the back of the mat. Take it all the way down nice and slow. Coming into a cobra that works for you. A regular cobra, a fingertip cobra. But let's press our toenails to the mat. Draw the elbows in close. Lift up. Take some of the weight onto those fingertips so that you're waking up your back. And breathe. Take it down, rest for a moment, and choose another level. Maybe you want to go to a sphinx, or maybe you want to go all the way up to an up dog, or just a different cobra. Find your proper position here. Breathe. Now let's press it back into either a child's pose or an extended puppy. Any arm position you choose. You can take those knees wide or bring them together. Get comfortable. Focus in on your full breath and whatever stretch you need. All right, let's lift it up, back to all fours, coming into cow and cat. So we line ourselves up with our shoulders over our wrists, our knees underneath our hips, our knees are apart. We're gonna find the base of our spine, lower our belly, raise our gaze. Cow. And then from the base of the spine, pull belly button in, look back at your thighs. Cat, here we go. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 2 more of each. And back to neutral spine. Take 1 foot forward and then the other, coming into forward fold. Feet hips distance apart, press into that block or floor, stretch the back of those legs. Head hangs heavy. Halfway lift, extend, find those shoulder blades. Bend the knees, take it all the way up. And exhale. All right, shake it out, grab a drink if you need to. We're gonna work on some sun salutations now. And I am gonna move my mat just a little so that I don't hit the wall or my lovely sticks. All right, so come into the front of your mat. Coming into mountain, checking in with your feet, your whole body. Remembering that when we do our sun salutations, you can do them your way. I'm going to do 4 in a row, stepping back 1 leg at a time. But you can add on or make it easier any way that you wish, just allowing for 4 rotations. We're doing it your own way. Here we go. On your next inhale, lift. You bring it forward. Halfway lift. Hands to the floor, stepping 1 leg back, then the other. Lowering elbows toward the back of the mat, coming into what works for you, cobra, sphinx, or up dog. Downward facing dog. Moving that same leg forward. Lift again halfway. Back to the floor, bend those knees all the way up, other side. Here we go. Stepping forward with that same leg. Halfway lift. Now, 2 more, doing them your way. Trying to feel every part of your body engage as you move through. Last one. We will meet at forward fold at the end of this. So holding here at forward fold, taking a moment to stretch again. Let's go halfway up. So we're going to sink back into a chair, lifting that spine, setting our weight to our heels. We're going to shift to the right and come into 1-legged chair, either bringing our big toe to the mat or lifting it off the ground altogether. We're going to move into warrior 3. Extending that left leg, leveling our hips, pointing our toe down, choosing any arm position that you want here. And we're going to step back, crescent lunge. Let's take it to warrior 2, spinning that back heel down. Chicken in with hips and heart, shoulders down away from the ears, and our gaze is moving over that right arm. Good time to look at that knee and make sure you can see your first and second toes. Standing strong in your warrior 2. Breathing deeply and fully. Feeling that weight right in the center of your stance. We're going to flip this right palm up and reverse our warrior, keeping this left shoulder open, stretching the whole right side. Sliding it over into your version of side angle, elbow to knee, hand to hip, continuing to add on if you need to. Remember not to put all of your weight on this front knee. Use the elbow-knee connection to give you your torso a twist, to open to the sky. Breathe. Staying here a little longer, deepening your side angle, adding some more core to it if you want, reaching both hands out over that right knee. You choose. And then we're going to go through the bottom half of the sun salutation, stepping back into our plank, lowering down our own way. Downward facing dog. And stepping forward, front of the mat again, forward fold. Taking it up halfway when you're ready. And sinking back into your chair, weight to the heels. We're going to shift over to the left leg this time slightly, coming up onto the right toe or raising it right off the ground, one-legged chair. Coming into our warrior three, we're going to send that right leg back. We're going to try to straighten the right leg, level out our hips, find our balance, and of course our breath. Breathe. Stepping it back, crescent lunge. Remember, you don't have to stick your landing. Find a position that feels right. Adjust it so you're in the best crescent lunge you can make right now. Hands come to heart center. We're going to spin that back heel down. Warrior two, check it in with the other side. Bend of the knee, the direction of the hips and heart, the shoulders down away from the ears, and looking out over that left arm. Let's flip this left palm up and reverse our warrior. Keeping that right shoulder open, feeling that big stretch all along the left side. Of course, breathing. Coming into our side angle, it's elbow to knee. Opening the right shoulder, adding whatever arm motion for this right arm works for you here. Remembering not to put all your weight onto that left knee. Make the connection to open your torso to the sky. Choosing to add on both arms out over that left knee or deeper towards the floor, or just stay where you are. Let's go to the floor, rock it forward, forward fold. Let's check in with the low back if you're ready for it. Take the feet a little wider, reach for opposite elbows, let your head hang. If this hurts the back of your legs, your hamstring area, then just keep your hands on the floor, your choice. Let's go halfway up, stretch it out, maybe turn your head side to side if your neck needs it. Bend those knees and take it all the way up. And exhale. Great, grab a drink, nice work. Shake it out. And when you're ready, come back to your mat. We're gonna do a little balance, so if you need a wall or a table or whatever's next to you, find it in case you need it. We're gonna go into we're gonna do some standing balance and also try to open and strengthen those hips a little bit. So shifting to the right, let's take our left toes out. We're gonna come into tree. Bringing that foot over, remember we're turning the knee out to the side, making a connection either from the floor, the shin, or bypassing the knee and coming all the way up into the thigh. The more you can get that knee out to the side, the better the hugging in feeling is, the more balanced and stable you feel. Choose any arm position, breathe. Beautiful. Bring it in, release, shake it out. Getting ready for the other side. Taking our right toes out to the side. Bring that foot in, turn the knee out, find your position on this side. Can be different, our hips are different. Find the one that gives you the best connection, best balance. Make sure not to lock out this left hip or knee. Choose your arms. Stand tall and breathe. Nice, bring it down and release. All right, so we're gonna do some eagle arms, or you can choose not to do eagle arms if it's not your favorite, but I'm gonna do eagle arms and I'm gonna give you some options for those legs. So you can do just a chair with your eagle arms. You can do a goddess legs, like a squat position for your eagle arms, or you can go into full balance with me, or even a modified standing figure 4 leg. That's what I'm gonna do today because it feels good to my hip and it also stretches across the shoulders. So bringing your arms up, we're gonna take right over left. Remember, you can hug, you can bring the backs of the hands towards each other, or you can fully wrap. Any way that you do it, we're gonna try to draw the shoulders down and away and then tilt the elbows forward to get that good stretch across the shoulder blades. And then it's left leg is gonna do the work. If you're gonna wrap or if you're gonna come into the figure 4. So active foot here, tilt those elbows and breathe. Release, shake it out, nice work. Let's try the other side, choosing your legs this way. It's left over right for our arms, finding our best position, our best stretch, and then it's right leg. Breathe. And release. All right, we're gonna lower down. I'm gonna do a garland because it's one of my favorites. If you wanna go down to seated and just do a seated butterfly, soles of the feet together instead of a garland, that works too, but let's get low. If you're coming into garland, the main part here is to get your feet firmly on the ground. So whether you have to take them a little wider than you want to, just do that to get down low. And if you can get low and your feet are on the ground, then use your elbows to try to give those legs, the inner legs, a deeper stretch. We breathe. 2 more breaths if you can, otherwise go to seated whenever you need to. All right, let's take it back to seated. Let's stretch the back of those legs by bringing the feet forward. Pointing the toes up, pressing down from sitting bone to heel. We're going to bring our hands behind to start with. Just in case you need a deeper stretch across the chest, press down through those hands, press down through those legs. Now you can add on at any time. You can come forward, just make sure that your sitting bones stay on the ground and that you're feeling the stretch in the back of your legs, not in your low back, not all in your low back. It's really important during this time that we continue to practice, continue to stretch, continue to check in with our bodies and our breath, to release the things that are making us stressed or worried, to try to breathe in some health, some peace, some happiness. I know that during this time I will miss the connection to all of you, but I'm hoping that you'll be able to use these at home and we won't have lost any ground by the time we get back in person. All right, let's release that, take it wide. So we're gonna, again, press down through sitting bone to heel. Try not to let those legs lift off the ground, so if you need your hands behind to help you with that, keep them there. Keep the chest open and lead with the chest as you come forward. You can reach for the toes, you can reach out in front. You find your best stretch here and breathe. And when you're ready, lift it up. All right, we're going to work on that core a little on our way down. So coming into this position on your mat, we're going to make sure that our back is straight, strong. We're going to reach those arms out. I'm just going to have you choose a position that challenges your core, your abdominals, and I'm going to have us hold it. So of course, I'm not there with you. I can't see if you're holding it. But listen to your body. Know when it's time for you to roll onto your back. That's where we're headed next. So find a position that challenges your core, your abdominals. Keep the chest open, the back flat. Don't put any stress into your back of your neck and breathe. Here we go. Two more breaths if you can. And then all the way back, bring those knees to your chest, roll that low back out with some circles here from the tailbone. Happy baby. Separate the feet, draw the knees down into the armpits, rock if that feels good to you. We're going to bring the feet together, send them up to the sky and flex those feet, stretching the lower part of the leg is where I feel it. See if you can hold it here, 4 breaths. And now move, either point and flex or point and flex and circle, whatever feels good to your ankles. We're going to move into a pigeon, so left ankle is going to come in front of the right leg. We're going to activate both feet and draw this right leg forward, feeling the stretch on our left side. Your hands can go to the thigh or around the shin. And we breathe. Let's Let's take both of those feet back up together, flex and hold. And then we point and flex or point and circle. Make it feel good to you. And then we're gonna come into our pigeon opposite side. So now we bring bring the right ankle in front of the left leg. Activate your feet. Draw either the left thigh or the left shin closer. The action of this right knee is moving toward the end of the mat to keep the stretch happening on the right side. We're just going to take it into a glute stretch here. So let that left leg go long. Use your left hand to draw the right knee across your body to the left side of the mat, keeping your right shoulder on the ground. Work that heel a little bit to find your best spot to feel the stretch on your right side. Stretch in your right glute. Now let's switch sides. Right leg goes long. We're going to bend this left knee up and use our right hand to draw the left knee over and find our best stretch by moving that heel for our left glute. Remember to keep the left shoulder on the ground. Let's put the soles of the feet together, knees come wide, arms come down alongside, and try to have your palms facing up so that it's an opener for your chest as well. Just taking a few breaths here in our reclined butterfly position. Letting gravity help us release some of that tension from the inner thighs, the outer hips. Thinking about your body, one last stretch, kind of your option, what feels good to you. Suggestions might be a low back release by just taking the knees to one side, the arms out to a T. Do that on both sides, or maybe an all over body stretch. Or maybe you just want to stay in that reclined butterfly. Because I have no music due to licensing rights, I'm going to let you finish your practice with a 5-minute rest in Shavasana, choosing whatever music works for you. And I'm going to sign off and say that I hope you've enjoyed this. It's really nice for me to practice at home, even if I'm doing it alone, especially when it feels like you might be joining me out there somewhere in your own home, in your own time. It's been an honor to guide you through practice today. I will see you again on the mat soon. Stay healthy, stay safe. Namaste.